the guts to slap Hlomu. Hlomu was looking, girl, you can't. Hlomu slapped her back. So we enjoy la, we enjoy la. Hello guys, welcome to this channel. Welcome to Manugo_WeGrow. I am Manugo. If ever you are a returning friend, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And if ever you are new to this channel, thank you so much as well for clicking on this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I drop a video. Now guys, on today's video I am coming with another review of The Wife. I'm just going to continue where I left it off, and yeah, I'll be reviewing episode 4, 5 and 6. So now they refused for episode 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We know that it's going there to episode 38, 39, 40. Okay, so they refused with it, but nevertheless, it's their way of marketing, it's their way of keeping the show in people's mouth, and in people's socials and whatnot. And I'm also coming with the episode here on what's on YouTube. Okay, yeah, so let's get on to it. So now guys, I'm going to talk about the Zulu Brothers now. I'm going to talk about the Zulu Brothers now. What I have forgotten about is mentioning that in season, I think in episode 1, Buti and Sambulo and the other brother, they actually killed someone who is too much here. So they thought, I don't know, because the story, they didn't tell us where the story was, where the conclusion came from. But Buti, who is Nkosana, and Sambulo and the other brother concluded that no man, there is someone who is a snitch. Someone is snitching on us, and we need to deal with the snitcher, with this person that is snitching on us. Okay, telling the police, opening the mouth to the police and telling them about the Zulu the Zulu Brothers, the Zulu nation. Okay, so now they hunted down that guy, and then they found him, they killed him, and then they put him inside the boot, in the car boot. So where it's going now, it's getting tricky but stable. Okay, now the Zulu Brothers were sent to jail by the police after, I didn't review that, but it was one in those episodes of 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so now meanwhile they are still in jail. The body as well is inside the boot. Tell me how. Buti escaped with his wife and kids. So now the body is still inside the boot. Okay, so Hlomu, Mandisa and Xoli, I don't know where they were going, but yeah, they found the body inside the boot. They found the body inside the boot, and then now they had to wear their husbands and boyfriends' pants so that they can deal with the body, because they can't afford to lose their partners. So they did what? They made a plan, women in mission, women in wearing what? Women in wearing trousers, women in wearing their husbands and girlfriends and boyfriends trousers. So now they made a plan, and they were like, we are going to bury we are going to take care of this body, we are going to bury the person, okay, saving our husbands and our boyfriends. Okay. So now the mission was for them to bury the body, and then eventually, how the story goes, the police stopped them and whatnot. Okay. So now they eventually bury the body, and then in Xoli's mind, in Hlomu's mind, who was next? Buntle is who? Buntle is Hlomu's friend who published the story of the Zulu Brothers. Tell me why. it's tricky but stable. Okay, so now the Zulu brothers are in jail, and then the police in corruption for the Zulu brothers tries by all means to get them out. But you know, the detective, the new detective wapapa man, new detective man wapapa, like he's too jajarach in the story of the Zulu brothers now. So now he's fighting by all means that the Zulu brothers must just stay inside the jail so that he can do his own mission of detective and detectiving. Okay, so now the detective is detectiving. He's like, hey, when the corrupt police officer, choose whether you are going to jail, you're going to join your friends, the Zulu brothers, or you're going to another station. And the police was like, I will take the offer, please. I'm taking the offer to go to that station. I think it's in Mpumalanga. I'm not quite sure of the station. I forgot. So now we are going to talk about Bundle, the one that Hlomu's friend who published the story of the Zulu brothers. Okay, so now Bundle is working with the detective that is very much hungry to take down the Zulu brothers. Okay, they're now working together to take down the Zulu family and the Zulu brothers. Okay, so now Bundle got awarded for best in publicity or best in publishing the most biggest story ever. Okay, so she got awarded and whatnot, and then Hlomu walked in, and then she reached out. She fake reaching out, okay, as a friend. Kanti, the girl is laying low. She's laying low. And then she tells Bundle, her friend, that congratulations friend, hey, how about we go to my restaurant so that we can celebrate your award, yara for best journalist of, I don't know, the year or what. So yeah, and then eventually Bundle opens her heart and she goes with Hlomu. Okay, when they're there, they eat, they dine. Kanti, Hlomu and Mandisa, together with Koli, they had planned that they're going to steal the what? The evidence. Ne? So meanwhile, Hlomu and Bundle, the friend, they are dining there. Koli and Mandisa are in a mission of what? They are in a mission of destroying the evidence inside the office of Bundle. Okay. So yeah, they then Koli walks in. Koli walks inside the office and she does whatever she does, yeah. So then Bundle go restaurant. Bundle now gets a phone call from what? The detective. Okay, she got the call from the detective. The detective tells her that, you know what, I'm on the way. Can you please come to the office so that you can give me the what? The evidence. So now Bundle was like to Hlomu, you know what, if ever I were you, those friendship in in destroying one another. If ever I was you, I was going to walk away from this nonsense and yara. I would watch my back. Yeah. Hlomu, like she is inside Kapagat. Like she even got married. Now she loves her husband Mkhele. So what can she do? She makes a plan, as a wife. Okay, I would also do the same. So now Bundle goes. Bundle atamaya Hlomu. Hlomu was like, hey, Luna, there's someone who's the police, the detective and Bundle are on the way to the office. Make it means that you get out as fast as possible. Okay. Now Mandisa is in the car, Koli is inside the office, and you know what? Eventually Bundle and the detective got inside the office, and Koli realizes that there are people walking in, and she did hide. Okay, then the detective was like to Bundle, where's the evidence? Give me the evidence. Kandi Koli left with the evidence. She did actually hide with the evidence in her hand. So she did the job. She did what she needed to do. What she needed to do it. Okay, and she did it at it. So Bundle was there, shame skepsel samudim. Bundle was there, I don't know, angry, and then telling the detective that, the laptop was here, right here. on the desk, and the rest of the evidence and the USB was just here on the desk. So it might have misplaced or someone took it, and the detective was like, yay, wena, you're wasting my time, you're wasting my petrol, you're wasting my energy, you're wasting my government resources. Now you tell me that there is evidence, Kanti, you have nothing. Hi man, fuck off. The detective left, and then Bundle eventually wondered that it might be Hlomu. So she got the guts to go to Hlomu's house and confronted Hlomu and told her that, you know what, I know it was you who stole the evidence, so you better. So why do this to me? Oh, prior to that, the head of the office, which is the boss, I may think, or maybe the new manager, had spoken to Bundle, and then told her that, you know what, you are busy here publishing the story that you don't even have evidence with. Now you see what you have gotten us into, blah blah blah. So now you are fired with immediate effect. So pack your bags and fuck off. That's when I'm catching up with the part that Bundle went to Hlomu's house and confronting Hlomu that she knows that she's the one who stole the evidence. La 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 la. She was just all over Hlomu's face and blah blah blah. And girl got the guts to slap Hlomu. Hlomu was thinking, girl, you can't. Hlomu slapped her back. So we enjoy what are you trying to do? And then Mandisa came for the girls, and she pointed a gun at Bundle and told her to fukum. Okay, yes. So now Bundle got fired from her unfortunate job in evidencing. So yes, moving right along, we are going to talk about the palace, the Botswana palace. Okay, the Botswana kingdomship, the Botswana kingdom shipping. Okay, yes. So Naledi's father is still convinced that her only daughter can't be marrying in a thug family, and he is strongly saying that because Bundle did it. Bundle, with her publishing the story, putting the Zulu brothers on the front page of newspapering, led to Naledi's father finding out or reading the paper about the Zulu brothers. Now he's like, Ntombazana, Murawa Mansu, you can't be marrying in that thug family. So you are my daughter, so I can't allow that to happen. So now, as they are still in that conversation, Matsidiso, who is Naledi's sister, is dropped. Okay, she is there doing like this in Naledi's conversation, Naledi and her dad's conversation. Now she heard everything, the dad telling Naledi that, you know what, you are the rightful queen to rule, you are the next queen to rule here, la 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 la. But it was supposed to be Matsidiso who sacrificed her whole life, preparing herself to be the next queen. Now someone who was enjoying her life there in Johannesburg, doing whatever, I don't know, doing her own shenanigans there inside the Johannesburg industry and the Johannesburg wara, she is the one who's going to do what? That is going to rule now. So Matsidiso, the sister is not happy. So now the father is creating hatred between his daughters. Okay, he's creating hatred between his daughters. So there's not much about Naledi's brother yet because he's barely there. But Matsidiso was angry. Matsidiso was fuming. She was fuming after hearing the conversation between the father and the daughter, which is Naledi. She was like, a plan is a plan. She walks to the brother and tells him that, you know what, I've sacrificed my whole life, trying to please dad. Now he's choosing Naledi to be the next queen, la 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 la. Okay, so Matsidiso makes a plan eventually and goes to the cage where Kawe is, and she tells Kawe to make a plan to stop the wedding. Ke rata Matsiniso already doing the right thing. Yeah, she's doing the right thing. She's doing what is rightful for her. She's standing up for herself. Okay, so she tells Kawe that you need to stop the wedding. So she hands over a phone. She hands over the phone to Kawe, like she just threw it. She just threw it to Kawe, and Kawe made a plan eventually and called his brothers. He called Mukhele, and then Mukhele was like, you know what, brother, do not worry. We are going to what? We are going to save you. We are going to come for you. And you know what? Mukhele did it what he needed to do. So now Mukhele, he takes Sandile, he takes Ngobi, he takes Koli. They now drive to Rustenburg, to the palace, to the Botswana palace. Okay, so now they come on the road, like they come with a plan on how they're going to save their brother Kawe and wara. So now a van that is delivering things to the catering things to the Botswana palace, because Naledi is getting married, obviously. So now that truck approaches. Now Koli comes with a plan that they hijack the truck. You know, women in in powership is very strong, is very powerful, please. And then now they stop the truck, they hijack the truck, and they take off the clothes of the people who were in the truck, and then now they drive to the palace, the Botswana palace. I don't know how they know the directions, but oh no, because Kawe sent Mukhele the location of where he was. Okay, so now they drove to Botswana Palace. They got there, they tried to talk Sepedi Setswana, but you know, Mazulu, like, you know me, I can't even attempt it. So they were like me trying to speak Zulu, so them trying to speak Setswana, it was a mission. Okay, so eventually they got inside, and then the guards will lose a bit and whatnot, and then they were busy taking off the load inside the truck and la. So now they go to, like, they were just mingling around the palace, just not knowing where they were going and what they were doing. But eventually this catering guy spoke to Sandile, and then Sandile was like, confirmed that their brother is inside the palace, blah blah blah. Yeah, and the chef was the middle of the story of Mugozi, telling them Mugozi on how they were supposed to do the things. Okay, so now with Mukhele and Ngobi, they were like all over the place, then they were inside, they got inside this room, and then that's when they saw that Kawe is in the cage. So they eventually got in the cage and they found Kawe. So now that with them finding Kawe, also they got the key, obviously. They got the key, and then they went to the cage and they unlocked and they helped their brother. So now they were suggesting that, you know what, let's go home, because we are here. These people, they're too much, there are too many, these guards are too many, so we can't overpower them. We are only 4 and you are very weak to fight. So let's rather go home. So Kawe was like, go home with who? Leave the love of my life here. Doing what? I'm not doing that. I am living with the love of my life. And he did just that. So now they were just coming up with ideas on what they were supposed to do. So now they eventually come up with the tear gas vibes. So the tear gas vibes, I don't know how they got those marks that they were putting on here so that they cannot inhale the tear gas vibe, whatever it was, that thing. But yeah, so they eventually come up with that, and then they eventually got to the venue where the wedding was. Okay, as Naledi fine, the king walked through the aisle and waited for the love of his life. Naledi walked down the aisle. Naledi's dad was so proud. Okay, so now the pastor was like, do you take Naledi to be the rightful wife for you? The husband was like, yes. and he spoke whatever that nonsense that he was speaking there. So now Naledi, it was Naledi's turn to agree to the pastor that he's taking him be her husband forever. Kawe was like, never. So Naledi took her time. She took her time, girl, to agree to the pastor. Like someone whispered in her ears that, you know, the love of your life is coming to save you, honey. Do not say anything. So eventually the love of her life came, and then Kawe walked in, and he was like, Naledi, and was a little bit, Naledi was like, Naledi was like there, you know, all smiley, and Kawe was like, let's go home, baby, let's go home. He gave her the mask, and then Mochele and Ngobi came with that bomb thingy. Bosandile came with that bomb thingy. I mean the tear gas thing, and then they blew it down there, and then everyone was like, so they eventually got to Johannesburg, and then they landed to Mandis's tavern, and then when they got there, like it seemed like they robbed the tavern and yada yada. Remember, they were still looking for Ngoba. And Ngoba is one of the brothers of the Zulu brothers, who is Mandis's boyfriend, baby deity. Okay, so now they walked in. Mandisa walked in, and he was like, ah! Guess what? They had killed Ngoba. I don't know who sent the message. I don't know who is trying to do what, but what I know is that episode 7, 8, 9 is going to be a bomber. We are going to find out who killed Ngoba, the Zulu brother. Okay, so yeah guys, this is the end of me reviewing episode 4, 5 and 6. I'll be coming back with more episodes when they do upload. Thank you so much for reaching to the end of this video, and thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. Please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe. Please, oh, I beg. Please, I beg. Till next time, from me, signing out. Bye. Till next time.